I saw a sign, and 20 minutes from my mom's house, there's a distillery there. And she lives in Western Kentucky. So just a small family-owned distillery, Casey Jones Distillery, just outside of Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
And just to be clear, that's not Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles.
It is not. So I swung by there, and I bought 2 different bottles. They're very well known for Moonshine, so I wanted to get a bottle of that. And then I know how much you guys love bourbon, and so I wanted to give. Yep, there you go, Kyle. So I wanted to grab a bottle of bourbon too.
But if they call it a wheated bourbon, then that means that the other ingredient is predominantly wheat.
Yeah.
So in this case, there's actually 4. They call it 4. It's really 2. I mean, 3. There's 2 different variations of corn here, but so there's corn, wheat, which is 35%, corn, which is over 50%, and then barley, which is just 12%. It's 47% alcohol, which is roughly 95 proof. This has only been aged 4.9 years, which is right at 5 years, which is young for a bourbon.
Yeah.
That's a relatively young bourbon. This for 5 years is really not bad. It's really not bad. It's got a little bit of bite, a little bit of a burn, an aftertaste burn, and that's because of the 5 year. But that doesn't mean this one's not good. Some people like the bite. Some people like the burn. But
I'm a fan of the bite.
Mark, I think you did great.
I like a good bit of bite.
So
especially in my
you drank
bourbon.
some of that Moonshine.
Yeah, I'm sitting here drinking on this damn Moonshine now. So the Moonshine I've gotten out of a jar, the best Moonshine that I've drank, had that bite, but you had to be careful with it because it was still smooth.
Right.
You know, the biggest thing I've run into with like store-bought Moonshine is that you get too much of that like alcohol taste to it, or because a lot of them will use just like Golden Grain or Everclear, and they'll call it Moonshine. They'll just give it that corn whiskey taste.
Yeah.
You can tell
It's
this
just
is
really
done
high
really
proof.
Yeah,
it's just
it's just off.
Yeah,
this has that real corn whiskey taste. It's a little bit of sweet. It's got a good bite on it. Smooth.
Yeah, you could taste the sugar. I mean,
that's exactly what I look for in Moonshine.
Yeah.
So I think as far as like a store brand Moonshine, I think they kick the shit out of it, bro. What's the name of the distillery?
Casey Jones, baby.
Casey Jones, baby.
Distillery.